I think it's fitting for me to do this as my last song, considering, I'll be back to just being dust soon, like the stars and the moon. I met a man without a dollar to his name, who had no traits of any value but his smile. I met a man who had no yearn or claim of fame, who was content to let life pass him for a while. And I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life like the movie stars all led. And he kissed me right here, and he said, I'll give you stars and the moon and a soul to guide you and a promise I'll never go. I'll give you hope to bring out all the life inside you and the strength that will help you grow. I'll give you the truth and a future that's so much better than anything Hollywood's got. And I thought, I'd rather have a yacht. I met a man who lived his life out on the road, who left a wife and kids at home on a whim. I met a man whose fire and passion always showed, who asked if I could spare a week to ride with him. But I was sure, 'cause all I ever wanted was a life that was so scripted and planned. And he said, you don't understand. I'll give you stars and the moon and an open highway and a river beneath your feet. I'll give you days full of dreams if you travel my way and a summer you can't repeat. I'll give you nights full of passion and days of adventure, no strings, just warm summer rain. And I thought, I'd rather have champagne. I met a man who had a fortune in the bank, who had retired at age 30, set for life. I met a man who didn't know what stars to thank. Then he asked one day if I would be his wife. And I looked up and all I could think of was the life that I had dreamt I would live. And I said to him, what will you give? I'll give you cars and a townhouse in Turtle Bay and a fur and a diamond ring. And we'll be married in Spain and on my yacht today. And we'll honeymoon in Beijing. And you'll meet stars at the parties I throw at my villas in Nice and Paris and June. And I thought, okay. And I took a breath. And I got my yacht. And the years went by, and it never changed, and it never grew, and I never dreamed. And I woke one day, and I looked around, and I thought, why, God? And I'll never have the moon. Never the moon.